Hey everyone, ready to dive deep into some cutting-edge robotics? Today we're looking at Boston Dynamics, and I know you guys are all over this stuff. Specifically, their Atlas robot.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Absolutely wild. And we're going deep, unearthing some fascinating insights from Courageous. It's a document packed with info. We really want to get to the bottom of how Atlas is shaking things up in industrial robotics, particularly with all this talk about autonomy.
Right, autonomy is huge, and there have been some major developments even since the start of the year. Like, did you know that back in April, Boston Dynamics switched Atlas from hydraulics to an all-electric system?
Yeah, I saw that. Pretty big deal, right? What's the advantage there?
Well, hydraulics, they were powerful, sure, but not exactly known for, delicate movements. Think of it like this. It's like trying to thread a needle with oven mitts on, you know?
Uh-huh. I get it. Not ideal for precision work.
Not at all. Plus, hydraulics are noisy, messy with leaks, all that. Electric systems, on the other hand, they're smooth, precise, way more agile. This is what lets Atlas be adaptable, you know?
So it's not just about being electric, it's about what that enables, right?
Bingo! This opens the door to a whole new level of precision and efficiency that we just haven't seen before. Plus, it's the key to the whole autonomy thing. We're talking about a robot that can work on its own, no hand-holding, no pre-programmed instructions, just figures things out.
Okay, so this is what I was wondering about. In all the videos, you see Atlas moving those engine covers between containers and the dolly, and it's not like someone's using a joystick, right? It's all this autonomy.
That's right. Advanced machine learning is the magic behind it all, specifically things like reinforcement learning and computer vision. Basically, Atlas is learning to see its surroundings and then change how it behaves based on what it's seeing. It's incredible.
So the seeing part, the computer vision, is that just cameras? Or is there more to it? Like, how does it actually use that visual input to do stuff?
It's more than just cameras. It's got this crazy, sophisticated machine learning model that can actually identify and pinpoint the location of everything around it. I mean, everything. From the obvious stuff like the walls and containers, down to individual bins of parts.
Wow, so it actually knows where everything is. But then how does it go from knowing to actually grabbing and moving stuff?
Mm-hmm.
I keep seeing the term grasping policy. What's that about?
The grasping policy, yeah. This is where it gets really interesting. Basically, it's a whole set of algorithms that let Atlas basically feel the object it's handling, sense its weight, its texture, even if it's slippery. Then it can adjust its grip strength, making sure it doesn't drop or crush anything. Pretty clever, right?
Totally makes sense. But, factory floors are constantly changing. What happens when something's out of place? Like a tool left lying around or, an obstacle suddenly appearing?
Right, and that's where it gets really cool. It's got this combo of vision, force sensors, and get this, proprioceptive sensors?
Proprio what now?
Proprioceptive sensors. Think of it like this. It gives Atlas a sense of its own body's position in space. Kind of like a sense of touch, almost.
Okay, that's wild. So with all that, it can, sense something in the way and just avoid it.
Exactly. It's constantly adapting on the fly, adjusting in real time to whatever's happening. But what really blows my mind is the problem solving. It can actually tell when it messes up, like putting a part in the wrong spot. It then recalculates and corrects itself, all without any human intervention.
That's incredible. So this is all pointing to some serious efficiency gains on a busy factory floor.
No doubt. It's game-changing stuff.
So realistically, are we about to see Atlas robots all over factories worldwide? Is that just around the corner?
Well, there's definitely a ton of potential, but we got to be realistic. There are still hurdles to overcome before widespread adoption. For starters, cost. Atlas needs to be more affordable and definitely more durable. Also, scalability. Can you actually integrate it into existing factory setups? That's a big question.
For sure. And I can't help but think about the human element. Are robots like Atlas coming for our jobs?
It's a huge question, and honestly, a complex one. There's no easy answer. While Atlas is great for those dangerous, repetitive tasks, freeing up humans for more specialized roles, you can't deny the potential for job displacement. So we got to figure that out. Maybe focus on retraining people, finding ways for humans and robots to work together.
Right, collaboration, not just replacement. That makes sense. So looking at the bigger picture here, what do you think Atlas means for the future of robotics and even just how we work as a society?
Atlas, I think, is a really significant step forward. It's like we're catching a glimpse of a future where robots are everywhere, doing the tough jobs, the risky stuff, boosting productivity, making things safer.
It's mind-blowing, honestly. Atlas isn't just some cool robot doing tricks. It's like a whole new era of automation.
Yeah.
And it really makes you think, how are we going to adapt to this world where robots are becoming more and more commonplace? What role will we play? There's a lot to ponder there.
A lot to ponder, absolutely.
Well, that about wraps up our deep dive for today, folks. But trust me, this is just the beginning of the conversation. Keep exploring, keep learning, and who knows, maybe we'll be back soon with another deep dive into the world of robotics. Until then, stay curious.
Stay curious.